So here is a second example of graphing a piecewise function with three equations or three pieces. I'm going to use the graphing calculator once again. So I'm going to go to y equals. First, I'm going to put in the first one. I'm going to do it one by one this time. So when you have a fraction like this, 3/2, it is a good idea to put it in parentheses. So I'm going to do 3 divided by 2, which will be the same thing as the fraction 3/2. So we have 3 divided by 2, x minus 4. Second graph. For this one, we are only concerned about numbers that are less than or equal to 0. So I got to scroll up a little bit. So when x is 0, y is -4. I'm going to skip the decimals just because whole numbers are easier to graph. So the next one would be when x is -2, y is -7. So I'm going to graph a line between those 2 points. So we got 0, -4. I'm going to click and then drag to -2, -7, which is right here. It's less than 0. So this is going to turn to a negative infinity endpoint, and it's equal to, so this is going to stay closed. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the second piece or equation. So I'm going to move back to y equals on my calculator, and I'm going to type in 2x minus 4, and then go to the table. This time I'm looking at x values between 0 and 5. So I'm going to scroll down so that I could see both of these on my graphing calculator. So we already know, well, no, this is a new one. So for this one, it's also the case that when x is 0, y is -4. And when x is 5, y is +6. So I'm going to go to 0, -4 here. I'm going to click. Then I'm going to drag my next point to 5, 6. So here's 5 and then up to 6. Okay? Now, there is a start and an end point for this equation. So neither side is going to go to infinity. Neither of them are equal, so both of them will be open. I'm not going to click this point because I don't want to mess up the endpoint from our first piece, but I am going to click it at this end since it's not attached to anything, at least not yet. And there's our open circle. And last but not least, I'm going to input 3x minus 10 into y equals and look at the table. This is for when x is greater than or equal to 5. So I need at least one other point that is greater than 5 and the x value. So when x is 5, y is also 5, which means this last piece is going to start here. And a point next to it, when x is 6, y is 8. So we're going to go from 5, 5 to 6, 8. So here's 5, 5. I'm going to go over to 6 and up to 8. There is no endpoint for this one, which means it's going to go off to infinity. I'm going to click twice. It's going to infinity. And this one is equal to, so it is going to be a closed circle. And this should be the 3 pieces of this piecewise function. Press submit answer. And there we go.